All right, good morning, everybody. Louis Sports ManoverMarket.com, and today is October 28th, and this is the ES Morning Call. All right, I got a lot to get through. Make sure you go and see the update from yesterday because I put a lot of information. It was about a 10-minute video, so go in there and see that after you view this. All right, so we're looking. Yesterday, we talked about we got a high up here on the 1969. If you remember, I was talking about on a day chart, I thought that the low was still in jeopardy as long as we don't take out 1970. We're back up in that area right now. So we got a high of 1969. Okay, we are currently right now, if you take a look at these two beige lines right here, that's the London balance period. So the first hour, we are inside of that right now. And we're also at R1. Okay. As if you remember yesterday, I'll bring in the profile in a second. When we brought in the profile yesterday, here it is. Um, Let me reset this. So I've got some splits on there. Chart parameters, market profile, reset the daily splits. All right. So yesterday, when we reset the daily splits, let me just put the day in there. Get the overnight. All right. So yesterday we talked about how the mode moved up to here, which is the most volume area. But it spent most of the day at 51 and then it moved up to 53 half. I'm talking about the mode. So you see this is a lot of time that was spent building and balancing right here. And at the end of the day, they put volume up here. And if you listen to the video yesterday, I basically said that that's a bullish scenario when you have volume. You have volume above time. Time is amounts of trades, but this is the most of volume here. So they spent a lot of time building support here, put volume here, and last night we went up and we made a high of 69. I had thought for sure that we were going to go to like 61.75, and that's because, as you remember yesterday, I showed in the video that we never traded in the IB range, the London IB range from the previous night, but the Nasdaq and the Dow did. So something that I always look at to see what kind of consistencies happen and who's the leader. All right. So currently, the 5-minute pivot has now gone to a short, if you can see here, and as long as it stays under 69 half, the market would be technically in a sell, and you'd be looking for places to sell rallies. Okay, our bull bear zone starts at down here. It's going to be between 58 and 57. 58 and 57. We got the top of value at 1956. Here's the top of value. The shaded area starts there. 1955 half is our mode from yesterday, and 1949 half will be the bottom. So you got to keep an eye on that. Now, this morning, there are a boatload of numbers. First of all, the FOMC meeting starts and begins today. So Janet Yellen is going to be assuring the world that the Fed's not going to do anything to, raise rates, because I think everybody got scared with that big down day last about 3 weeks ago. And they realized that when you can move this market 700 points in a day or 650 Dow points in a day, that people are very tentative. But yet, what do? We keep buying it. We keep buying it. So at the end of the day, we got you got the FOMC stuff that's already come out. Goldman Sachs store sales, durable goods, 8:30 Eastern time has been out. What else is out here? So all these, you got the at 9 a.m. Eastern time, which is just about to be out, is the S&P Case Silver HPI one. You got consumer confidence 10 a.m. Eastern time. You got Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index 10 a.m. Eastern time. You got the State Street Investor Confidence Index at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be a very choppy trade this morning, and then tomorrow will be the NBA purchaser applications, DIA petroleum status report. Maybe the oil could go down to $20 a barrel. And then also we got a couple bond auctions, which really don't. I mean, how much lower can we go with these rates? And then at 2 o'clock, you're going to have the FOMC meeting announcements. So, you know, I I keep saying this, and I'm the doom and gloom guy, but I keep thinking, what can they do? If this market went to a tumble, what could the Fed do? They can't lower rates anymore. Now, last week, about 70% of the S&P 500 companies that reported were beating the street on their estimates. Now, is that because their sales are increasing, or because they just cut all the jobs out of there and all the fat out of the companies? It's probably a little bit of both, but I think more it's been trimming, and everybody's been paying attention to their balance sheet. There's also this week there was a stress test put on European banks, and I believe out of the 130 banks, like 110 of them passed, and there was 20 that had some problems. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what the stress test is. I don't know they don't lend money anyway, so they keep borrowing it at zero and don't lend it. So all right, so that's what I'm looking at. 5 minute pivot in a sell. I would look right here if we get out of this, the London IB range, which is 1960, let's call it half. That's the low. We're inside of it. I think we're going to get a choppy trade this morning. I think you got to wait for some direction and go from there. All right. I will be giving you a mid-afternoon update. Also, there is a chat room I'm doing this morning with AMP Futures, and it will I will put it on the site and Twitter. How do you get into it? I'll put the link into it. All right. Everyone have a good morning. I'll talk to you later, and happy trading.